during this event by CAPS and the Activist Academy, where we're brainstorming ideas, putting projects into on paper, and if we want to turn them into reality, let's see an alternative way to turn our ideas into action. So I'd like to start with some examples from our platform. This is a project, this is a snapshot of a project that we have on our platform. It was successful, it raised about $40,000, and it's called the Summer Media online series. What it is, it's an activist, what is it? It's a public citizen web platform, that's the word. So it's a citizen web platform. It's content generated for the people, by the people. And a nice quote I stole from the whole video is, I love Summer Media because it is from the people. If we look at another project that's currently on Zoomaal, by the Lebanese Initiative for Oil and Gas, what it is about is, in a nutshell, it's telling people about the potential of oil and gas in Lebanon. Does it really exist? Do we have any numbers about it? Can we make anything of it? Does anyone know about whether we have oil and gas reserves in Lebanon? Do we know how much? More than Qatar?
No, it's still in the research phase. Nobody knows.
Could be. People don't know. And so this movement is to inform people and the government, the public and the government, of what we really have. It's to gather research, it's to get experts engaged, and also to inform the people. And a nice quote I also took from this project is, of course Lebanon will benefit, more jobs will be created. Created for who? For the public. So these are two examples of two projects, and what they have in common, and what's really going like wildfire on crowdfunding platforms, is projects for the people, by the people. So, I'm Aisha from Zoomaal. I'm the Events and Partnerships Manager, and right now we're going to give a quick intro about how crowdfunding can help you mobilize your ideas into action. Mobilize people to help you in your movement. So, the main difference between traditional funding and crowdfunding, the new alternative, is easily captivated here. You can see that it's, instead of getting it from one big chunk, one big funder or sponsor, why don't we tap into a bigger crowd, people that actually are moved by our cause and believe in our movement, and little by little, collect small funds from these large groups of people to turn our ideas into reality. In a nutshell, for some basic education, there are two types of crowdfunding. And depending on what you are, what your project is, what you need to raise fundings for, you can either go for investment-based crowdfunding. Usually this is for startups that need seed funding for their project. We're not here for that. And there's reward-based or donation-based crowdfunding. So what this is, this can take the form of projects, causes, NGOs, projects by NGOs, or it can take the form of products or commercial products that we have prototypes for, and we want to sort of pre-order or sell our product in a type of pre-order kind of way. Also important to note is that there are two main categories of crowdfunding, which is either fixed or flexible. What Zoomaal uses is the fixed format. It means that when you put a specific budget for your project and you have a specific time span that you need to raise the amount of money for, if you have only once you have reached the target or exceeded it, 100% of your budget that you asked for at the beginning of the campaign, can that money be forwarded to you. However, if you did not reach 100% of the budget, all the money goes back to the funders or to the backers. However, the flexible crowdfunding is basically whatever you raise, whether it's 500 out of 10,000, which is the goal, for example, or 100,000 out of 10,000, it all goes back to you, and then you have to figure out how to carry on the project.
But the first one, I didn't get it.
The fixed.
Yeah.
So let's say, for example, let's go back. Let's say, for example, we have a project. Can someone, for example, share with me a project that we're working on today? Ad campaign. Can I have someone stand up and maybe share the idea? Yes?
We want to make road signs to increase the visibility of Beirut and its vicinity. So currently there isn't any road signs, and people could walk next to Beirut without seeing it. So we want to make road signs fundraising for all.
Okay, if we think of, just throw a number, how much money do you think we would need for this project to turn it into reality? $10,000. So we have a goal of $10,000. We put a project profile, we introduce people to our project, we give them a video to inform them, we tell them what we need the money for. We have $10,000 that we want to raise in 30 days. After 30 days, if we have reached only a portion of that number, for example, we've only reached $6,000 and we reach the deadline, that we don't take any of the money. The campaign was not successful. All the money goes back to the people that paid online, whether online or offline. However, if you've exceeded the $10,000, then all the money goes back to you. We can talk about it more in the Q&A session. The World Bank has been really intrigued by crowdfunding, and it's done a research recently about crowdfunding in developing countries. And what they see, or the vision that they see for crowdfunding, is really promising. They believe that the potential of crowdfunding could lead to significant humanitarian development in developing countries, and one of the main regions that they highlight is the Middle East, by boosting innovation, creating jobs, and generating wealth. Let's take a look at some more numbers. Crowdfunding in the Middle East is looking really good. Over a study on crowdfunding in the Middle East for the past 4 years, Lebanon has been the second best of all the 18 Arab countries at raising funds. So in 4 years, over the duration of the study, they've been able to raise $200,000 through crowdfunding on all international crowdfunding campaigns, being particularly Indiegogo and Zoomaal, because Kickstarter is only for US-based and European-based projects. All right, so crowdfunding in the Middle East, how does that look like? The statistics show that community-based projects are the leaders in successful crowdfunding campaigns. Usually when projects are engaging the community, they're educating the community, they're moving for a cause, for example, supporting refugees or any kind of communal projects. These are really being successful. I'd like to show you a little more about how Zoomaal works in a quick and interactive way. Let's take a look.
العالم العربي ينبت بالمواهب الإبداعية.
Is it good?
It's good.
We can hear?
Yeah. But we have to
Little boost.
شابة والأفكار المبهرة، ولكن نظرا لعدم وجود دعم مالي فإن معظم هذه الأفكار لا ترى النور. اليوم وبمساعدة وسائل التواصل الاجتماعي سوف تعرض هذه الأفكار لجماهير أكبر. الآن يمكنك أن تعرض فكرتك افتراضيا والحصول على التمويل من الأشخاص الذين يؤمنون بها. زومال هو أول منصة للتمويل الجماعي في العالم العربي، حيث يمكن للأفكار أن تزدهر لتصبح مشاريع حقيقية. أنشئ كتابا، أنتج فيلما قصيرا، ابني حديقة جديدة، أو مول مشروعك الجامعي وغيرها من المشاريع. زومال هو المكان المختص للمبدعين والرياديين العرب. إذن كيف يعمل زومال؟ أولا قم بكتابة توصيف لمشروعك واخبر الجميع لماذا ينبغي أن يساهموا في فكرتك. أظهر حماسك للمشروع وقم بتصوير فيديو يتضمن المعلومات التي من شأنها انتزاع اهتمام جمهورك. أدخل المبلغ الذي تريد أن تحصل عليه والموعد النهائي للحصول عليه واختيار المكافآت التي سيحصل عليها الداعمون. هنا ستحدث المفاجآت. عندما تنطلق حملتك سيقوم الناس من جميع أنحاء العالم برؤية مشروعك الخاص والمساهمة فيه. هذه هي فرصتك لاختبار قابلية مشروعك في السوق، حيث يمكن لكل من المغتربين العرب والزملاء والأسرة والأصدقاء وحتى الغرباء الذين يتطلعون إلى تمكين الإبداع العربي من المساهمة في المشروع ابتداء من $1. والجميع يستقبل المكافآت أو الهدايا استنادا إلى مساهمتهم. إذا لم يتمكن المشروع من الحصول على التمويل المطلوب في الموعد النهائي، فسوف تعاد جميع المساهمات لأصحابها، في حين أن أي مبلغ يمكنك جمعه فوق الهدف المطلوب سوف تحصل عليه. لذا ماذا تنتظر؟ انضم إلى قصص نجاح أخرى على زومال، ودعونا نجعل العالم العربي مركزا للإبداع. زومال، انضم إلى ثورة الإبداع العربي.
So in a nutshell, this is how crowdfunding works in general, and a specific example for Zoomaal. Okay, I don't know why my start bar is integrated. So if we looked at the project, at the video, we saw that there are 6 main elements to what makes a crowdfunding platform, crowdfunding campaign or a profile there. I'd like to hear some examples. So we have to prepare a small project description, the title, the video, the rewards, a specific budget that we need. This is a very sensitive and important number that we need to figure out, as well as the time duration. Some quick facts about how crowdfunding works is that usually when you have a crowdfunding campaign, it's very important to pre-market it. Pre-marketing it helps you ensure that when the campaign goes live, within the first week people know about your project, and you have some funding going in, some significant funding going in at the beginning. And this is usually a virality factor. It depends on the quality of your project, the outreach, how you have communicated this to your community, to potential investors, and also the credibility of your project. In the first week, we say 85% of successful projects have usually gained up to 30% of their budget in the first week. So the first week needs to be a lot of activity, a lot of virality, all your community sharing this on Facebook, making it on Twitter, on social media, making it viral, and then it kicks off. And if the virality effect, you start losing control, but at the beginning it's really very critical that you're in control of this. We have a 45% success rate of our project, which is a really good number compared to other crowdfunding platforms. And we take a 5% fee of budgets for successful projects. This is our business model. So if you have a project, what are you going to do to mobilize your community to help connect people to your cause and have successful campaigns? First of all, it's very important when you are telling people about your project that you show them or you give them a graphic idea of what the result is after you've succeeded with your project. So with your help, this is the future, and draw it out for them. Be clear. The second thing is you have to gain trust of your community. Usually that's done through eye contact. It's done through, for example, in a crowdfunding campaign, in a video, we encourage you to have like a, I don't know how to say the technical words, but you talk directly to the camera or directly to someone taking the shot, so you're connecting with the crowd. Also, you treat the people that are supporting you as your partners in the project. So the community, the people that are moved by your and mobilized by your cause are usually the partners in your project. Whether they have supported you with $1 or $1,000, they're all part of you. So don't say we are doing this for us. You say you are doing this for all of us together. Another thing is when you are approaching people to help you fund, and usually these are critical investors or different community members that can help you in different partnerships, go for the people that have shared visions and connect with critical or pivotal partners that will help you get the right outreach and the right funding that would help you. and also be very helpful. So if you want to partner up with an organization that would probably give you global outreach or what have you, it's really good to also support them with all the tools. So you provide them with a ready-to-share caption, images, video. So make it easy for your campaign to go viral before you launch the campaign. Stand out. How about doing something extraordinary? How about doing some movement that catches fire? It's really important to go into the media, go for traditional press releases, marketing, but why not have a flash mob? Why not tell people that you're raising money by cycling around the entire country? The city is very small. So, in a brief idea, I hope I was able to cut it in 20 minutes. This is what it takes to have a crowdfunding campaign. It's all about the community. You're doing something that's for the public. Why not engage the public? Thank you, guys.